Ingo Swan was an extraordinary individual whose abilities challenged conventional understanding of human perception. As one of the most well-known remote viewers in history, Swan was directly involved in classified intelligence projects, including the CIA's Stargate project. His work with the agency led to remarkable revelations, particularly regarding the dark side of the moon. Swan claimed that his remote viewing sessions revealed mysterious bases, structures, and an extraterrestrial presence on the lunar surface. When the CIA declassified documents related to the Stargate project, Swan's involvement was confirmed, cementing his legacy as a pioneer in the field of remote viewing and expanding the discussion on extraterrestrial activity beyond Earth. Swan's journey into the realm of remote viewing began in the 1970s, when his abilities drew the attention of government agencies. Remote viewing is the practice of perceiving distant or hidden objects, locations, or events using only the mind. Swan demonstrated an uncanny ability to describe places and events with extraordinary accuracy, which made him an asset to intelligence operations. Recognizing the potential military and strategic applications of this ability, the CIA recruited Swan to participate in experiments designed to assess and harness his talents for classified missions. The Stargate project, a top-secret program initiated by the US government, sought to explore and utilize psychic phenomena for intelligence purposes. The program was created at the height of the Cold War, with government agencies believing that psychic abilities could be weaponized for espionage and reconnaissance. Swan was among the select individuals tasked with gathering information about distant or inaccessible locations through remote viewing. While many of these operations focused on earthly targets, the most astonishing aspect of Swan's work involved remote viewing sessions targeting the moon. Swan claimed that during his remote viewing sessions, he perceived unusual activity on the far side of the moon, which remains hidden from direct view due to tidal locking. According to his accounts, he observed massive structures, some of which resembled large domes and artificial installations. He described seeing complex networks of buildings, roads, and even evidence of advanced technology. More disturbingly, Swan reported witnessing an extraterrestrial presence on the moon. He believed that non-human entities were operating these bases, engaged in activities beyond human comprehension. What made Swan's revelations particularly compelling was the sense of urgency and secrecy that surrounded his findings. He stated that during his remote viewing session, he felt as though the entities on the moon became aware of his presence. He described an overwhelming sensation of being watched and even pursued, as though these extraterrestrial beings could detect his consciousness probing their domain. This unsettling experience led him to believe that whatever was happening on the moon was not meant to be discovered by humanity. Swan's accounts align with various conspiracy theories and reports suggesting that NASA and other space agencies have concealed knowledge of extraterrestrial activity on the moon. Some theorists argue that the Apollo missions encountered evidence of alien structures but were forced into silence. Others suggest that the reason for NASA's abrupt cessation of manned lunar missions after Apollo 17 was due to an encounter with an intelligent extraterrestrial presence. Swan's remote viewing data provided further support for these theories, indicating that the moon might be far more than just a barren rock orbiting Earth. When the CIA declassified documents related to the Stargate project, Swan's participation was officially confirmed. While the released documents did not provide detailed descriptions of his findings regarding the moon, they verified that Swan had been actively involved in high-level remote viewing experiments for intelligence-gathering purposes. The government's acknowledgement of his work lent credibility to the idea that his abilities were taken seriously at the highest levels. It also raised critical questions about what information regarding extraterrestrial activity may still be classified. Swan's experiences have had a lasting impact on the fields of ufology and paranormal research. Many researchers and enthusiasts view his accounts as some of the most compelling evidence suggesting that extraterrestrials have established a presence within our solar system. His revelations have led to increased scrutiny of lunar anomalies, with independent researchers examining photographs and satellite images for signs of artificial structures. Over the years, several images from lunar orbiters have shown unexplained geometric formations and shadowy shapes that resemble towers, domes, and even underground entrances. These findings, coupled with Swan's testimony, suggest that the moon may not be as desolate as mainstream science claims. Despite skepticism from traditional scientists and space agencies, Swann's credibility as a remote viewer remains intact. Many of his other remote viewing sessions, including descriptions of classified Soviet facilities, were later verified as accurate. His work within the Stargate project demonstrated that remote viewing was considered a valuable intelligence tool by the US government. If his abilities were trusted to gather sensitive information on Earth, it stands to reason that his findings regarding the moon should not be dismissed without further investigation. Swann's revelations also raise deeper philosophical and existential questions about humanity's place in the cosmos. If intelligent life is operating on the moon, what is their purpose? Are they observers, guardians, or something else entirely? If governments have known about these extraterrestrial bases, why has this information been withheld from the public? These questions remain unanswered, but Swann's accounts suggest that the truth is far more complex than we have been led to believe. As humanity prepares for a return to the moon with upcoming Artemis missions and potential lunar colonization, the revelations of Ingo Swan take on new significance. If there are indeed structures and extraterrestrial activity on the moon, future astronauts may soon be faced with encounters that challenge our understanding of reality. Swann's work suggests that we may not be alone in our celestial neighborhood, and that the moon holds secrets that could redefine our view of the universe. The story of Ingo Swan is one of intrigue, secrecy, and revelation. His remote viewing sessions, confirmed by the CIA's declassified documents, indicate that the US government actively explored non-traditional intelligence-gathering methods, including investigating extraterrestrial activity on the moon. His findings, which describe artificial structures and alien presence, provide a fascinating perspective that challenges mainstream narratives about the moon's desolation. Whether viewed as groundbreaking truth or unsettling mystery, Swann's legacy continues to inspire those seeking answers about the hidden forces shaping our universe. The far side of the moon has long been a source of intrigue and speculation, with many believing that it harbors secrets hidden from the public eye. While mainstream science presents the moon as a barren and lifeless rock, multiple accounts from anonymous remote viewers and NASA whistleblowers suggest otherwise. These individuals claim that mysterious bases, artificial structures, and even extraterrestrial activity exist on the moon's hidden hemisphere. Their testimonies, combined with leaked images and suppressed reports, have led many to believe that a cover-up is taking place, deliberately concealing the truth about what lies beyond humanity's reach. Remote viewing, a practice once studied by the US government for intelligence-gathering purposes, has yielded astonishing results when applied to the moon. Anonymous remote viewers have reported visions of vast underground facilities, towering structures, and signs of advanced technology on the lunar surface. These descriptions align with earlier claims made by renowned remote viewer Ingo Swan, who participated in the CIA's Stargate project. Swan's experiences, in which he allegedly encountered an extraterrestrial presence on the moon, have been echoed by other remote viewers who describe similar findings. The consistency in these reports suggests that they are not mere coincidences, but rather glimpses into a hidden reality. Some remote viewers claim that the moon is home to massive domed cities, seemingly constructed by an advanced civilization. Others describe tunnels and underground chambers that appear to be artificially designed rather than naturally formed. They insist that these structures are actively maintained and possibly inhabited by unknown entities. In some cases, remote viewers have reported sensing an overwhelming presence watching them during their sessions, as if their consciousness had been detected by non-human intelligence. These experiences mirror Swan's account of feeling observed by lunar inhabitants, further solidifying the belief that something extraordinary is happening on the moon's far side. In addition to remote viewers, NASA whistleblowers have also come forward with startling claims regarding the existence of secret lunar bases. Over the years, former NASA employees, military personnel, and contractors have provided testimonies that challenge the official narrative. One of the most well-known whistleblowers, Carl Wolf, who worked with the US Air Force, revealed that he saw classified images of artificial structures on the moon while handling data from NASA's Lunar Orbiter program. Wolf claimed that a fellow technician showed him photographs displaying towering buildings and domes on the far side of the moon. According to Wolff, these images were quickly suppressed, and the existence of such structures was never disclosed to the public. Another former NASA employee, Donna Hare, also made shocking allegations about NASA's involvement in covering up evidence of extraterrestrial activity. Hare, who worked as a photo technician for NASA contractors, stated that images containing UFOs and unusual structures were routinely edited before being released to the public. She revealed that astronauts and personnel were sworn to secrecy regarding what they had seen, reinforcing the idea that NASA actively conceals information about what truly exists beyond Earth. Hare's statements align with those of other whistleblowers who claim that significant discoveries about the Moon have been deliberately hidden. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence supporting the cover-up theory is the abrupt end of manned lunar missions after Apollo 17 in 1972. NASA had originally planned additional Apollo missions, yet these were cancelled without clear explanation. Some theorists argue that this decision was not due to budget constraints, as officially stated, but because astronauts had encountered something on the Moon that made further exploration too dangerous. Reports suggest that during the Apollo missions, astronauts witnessed unexplained craft monitoring their activities and were even warned to leave the Moon. If these accounts are true, it would explain why humanity has not returned to the lunar surface in over 5 decades. Leaked NASA images and satellite photographs have further fueled suspicions about a lunar cover-up. Over the years, researchers analyzing high-resolution Moon images have pointed out unusual structures that appear artificial in nature.